boop, 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 boop. As you can tell, I have a lot of tattoos. Generally, I would not encourage an 18-year-old to get a tattoo the day they turn 18. Had I done that, I would probably have a dolphin, maybe in a ring of roses and barbed wire. It would have incorporated a tribal tattoo, maybe a nautical star. I am a senior millennial, okay? These were tacky times that I was living in. Had I gotten my first tattoo at age 18, it would be abysmal, it would be embarrassing, and it would have melted into probably an apt metaphor for climate change. That dolphin would be just I have plenty of tattoos now. And so it's really hard to tell a child, your child, to not get a tattoo when you are covered with them. It doesn't really work to say, let's just wait till you're fully lobed. Let's just wait till your frontal lobe is nice and cooked before we go, marking up our bodies. And it's harder when that kid wants the same tattoo that you have and has wanted it since they were in middle school. The tattoo that Sophie wanted was this one. Can you guys see that? Probably not. My first tattoo was acquired in 2006, 2007. I was young, I was impressionable. I wanted my mean roommate to think I was cool. So I went to some dump that she went to in Brooklyn, and some guy who barely even looked at me just etched in the symbol of the early aughts, which is of course birds. Do I know anything? Could I tell you what these birds were? I'm pretty sure I went on Google and was bird things, and I put them on my back. So I was I'm free. I am a bird. I'm like a bird. I'll only fly away. I don't know what it meant. All I know is that the man was deeply hungover. We exchanged no words, but several $100s. It's so deep in my skin that it's raised. It's more scar tissue than anything, and it has been very resistant to being lasered off. But this is my second tattoo, which you also can't see. It's very small. I chose the space at very quickly. I didn't realize that if I grew up and wore a watch, I got this when I was only 27. I was a little infant, that it would be blocked. But I got this one. I'll take a picture. Okay, can you see it? It's a little word. It says now. I would have made fun of that tattoo beforehand. I'm pretty sure I made fun of Lindsay Lohan getting breathe on her wrist. I was like, what are you going to forget to breathe? Yeah, honestly, sometimes you will. Most people aren't breathing very deeply. Every time someone's remember to breathe, I'm like, have I taken a breath? Ooh, have I taken a breath? Yeah. And then once you breathe, you're like, whoa. And I don't even have asthma like Lindsay Lohan does. Don't ask me why I know so much about Lindsay Lohan, but I do. I got this tattoo right before my first wedding. My husband had just been diagnosed with brain cancer. I was anxiety tripping into the future, a future I did not know he would be in. And I got this as my something new for our wedding, a reminder for me to be where my feet are, to be here now. And when Sophie came into my life and was 9 years old, she started drawing this same tattoo on her wrist with her little kid handwriting, and she's wanted it for so long. So 2 days after she turned 18, we went and got this tattoo. Now is a good message for somebody who is 18, honestly. The last year of high school kind of encourages kids to future trip constantly. There are exams and last dances, all of these rites of passage, all of these ways to measure themselves against each other or imaginary versions of themselves. It is such an apt reminder, no matter what your age, to stay put, to deal with what you can control and experience the only thing you really can experience, which is the present. But the way she got this tattoo was really beautiful. Over Christmas break, 2023-2024 school year, a teacher, her favorite teacher at this school, died really suddenly. It was tragic. It was shocking. It was so sad. He was so young. But that favorite teacher has a brother, and that brother was training to be a tattoo artist, and he was about to be licensed the day that Sophie turned 18. So 2 days later, we walked through the doors of Dame of the West Tattoo in Scottsdale, Arizona, and Sophie got her first tattoo from her favorite teacher's big brother. It's not the way that she expected to get it, now is not the now that we expected. Is it ever, though? You cannot ever see the way that your path is about to unfold, double back. You have no way of really knowing where you're going or how you're going to get there. It is really, really hard to enjoy the journey because the journey is stressful. And I don't think I did the best job of enjoying the journey when I was her age, and I don't want to put that pressure on her either. So this tattoo for me was a note to my anxious brain. It's a note to her anxious brain. It is a note to yours if you have one. And if you don't have an anxious brain, what is your brain doing? What's your brain doing all the time if it's not worrying? What does it do? Is it just, what do you do? Do you just fall asleep at night? What are you doing with all your time if it's not just like ruminating? I'm interested in knowing. Please tell me. But back to this tattoo. This dumb little word, 3 letters, now, in a place where I can't read it if I'm wearing a watch. This is a reminder to look up from the map, especially because I can't read a map. I cheated at the Girl Scouts orienteering badge. There, I said it. It's out. Come and get it. Come and get that badge back, okay? I think my mom threw it away. It's a reminder to slow down. It's a reminder to pay attention to the only place you can ever be, which is right here and right now. Life is hard. Sometimes the world is falling apart, but there are moments that make me believe that it is going to be okay.